has been said throughout time that the world began as a single unit, containing the power and mysteries of the world. Health, strength, passion, darkness. Over time, the division between this unit slowly caused it to divide into 3 spirits, which were then referred to as the spirits of terror. Once divided, each spirit became personified and came to be called Lumine, Valor, and Cato. When these beings materialized, they found themselves upon the earth. Overwhelming waves of emotion, strength, knowledge, and power rushed through them. In the flash of their awakenings, they learned everything they needed to know. Everything that fell under what they possessed as their own strengths. With these powers, and because of what they saw, the potential mankind had upon the earth, they knew it was their responsibility to pass on what they possessed to these mortal beings known as humans. At first, the beings resided in harmony upon the earth, living amongst the humans. Each one tended to his or own specialty. Lumine became keeper of all the peace and light in the world, creating harmony between all living creatures that came into existence. She inspired love, care, and inspiration to the humans and animals on the planet. Creativity sprouted through the thoughts brought on by this peace creator. Soon she became a muse for the wanderers of the world and all creative spirits. Cato took up his mantle as forming the scientific aspects of the world. He inspired humans to inquire within their minds as well as to one another about the workings of the world and the universe. They would ponder all of life's toughest questions and seek to answer them. This spirit passed on remarkable intuition and intellect that rivaled any human on the planet Earth. Finally, there was Valor, the spirit that held within his grasp the power of strength and fiery, insatiable passion. He possessed unrivaled artistic ability and force like nothing anyone had ever seen before. He worked tirelessly on creating beauty on the earth through the human inhabitants, and although it was frustrating at first, he came to enjoy working with these interesting mortal creatures. Over time, the unique characteristics of each of these beings got passed on to different humans on the planet. The power once whispered to them by each of the spirits became part of them, mixing into their minds and the very blood within their veins. This created powers that could be passed from one generation to the next. Once the humans possessing these attributes identified them and saw them in one another and realized the differences and the qualities each group had, they put a name to each of these groups of people. The powers of peace, creativity, and healing passed on by the spirit of Lumine came known as being in the House of Bright Beam. The individuals who possessed the powers of advanced intellect and powerful inquisitiveness and intuition beyond mortal comprehension became known as the House of Starcamp. Finally, those who possessed the powers of deep-roaring passion and strength beyond any mortal creature were known as belonging to the House of Fresh Beast. The characteristics of these houses have bled into different gene pools and civilizations. They created both good and bad traits. Some passion created obsession. Some strength and intellect formed into chaos. Humans have realized they must bridle and hone these traits and passions while growing and continuing to use their house traits for good. Now there are people who belong to each house. Many of these characteristics overlap. No two people in the houses are alike, but each has a house they can safely call home. As for the spirits of terror, no one knows what happened to them. Some believe they still roam the earth to this day. Others believe they became one with the universe after passing on their powers and strengths. No one really knows for sure. All we know is that because of them, there are unique talents and characteristics in all of us that set us apart from all the rest, and they become the heads of the houses known as Starcamp, Brightbeam, and Flesh Beast.